Oh, well, well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Vinyltreasures. I'm your host, Johnny G, John Galindo, coming to you live on this March 12th, 2025, all 60s edition of the Vinyltreasure Show. I'll be here from 9 p.m. till 12 p.m. midnight and spinning soul 45s out of my collection. Many of them, I think the majority of them, are all requests by you, the listeners. You sent me your requests at vinyltreasures@aol.com, so thank you for that. Thank you for being here on this, 41 degrees, 41 degrees, mostly clear. Was kind of like a little chilly today. I had to go to the doctor, had to go to the cardiologist. Not that it was anything serious. He thinks that when I had the pains in my chest a couple weeks ago, so he said, you're probably lifting those record boxes because I got to take them off the top of the shelves up here. So when I take them down, so I said I really wasn't feeling well. I was supposed to have some other tests done just to be sure. He says, your blood pressure is good, but I'm taking pills for that. And he said that the EKG was fine. He says, I recommend an ultrasound, so I got to go back. I got to go back Thursday. I'm like, Thursday next week I have the 78 show, but this is at 1:30, so I should be done by then, hopefully. And then I have to go for a stress test, but he wants to do that late. I said, I can't run anymore. I says I can only walk. He says, well, no, all you have to do is walk. And then he said there's another test he wants to give me. He says the insurance companies don't pay for it yet, but is a really good preventive thing. They take some kind of x-ray of your heart, and they see if there's any, calcium or calcified because it supposedly leads to other problems. So I said, look, I could swing $150 or $200 for that test to know, because heart issues are in the family. So I said I might as well get it. And I'm not getting any younger. And I told him, I said, doctor, not for nothing, it's not any fun getting old. I can tell you that. And I know many of you watching me can say that. But anyway, enough of my babbling here. We open up with a cool record. Actually, that is a request for UK listener Mark McHugh. This trio out of Chicago, which included Ramsey Lewis on piano, Cleveland Eaton on bass, and Maurice White on drums. They were known as the Ramsey Lewis Trio. And it's funny, this copy here just says Ramsey Lewis. So Reed, I guess this comes multiple ways. I see it comes multiple ways. But they first recorded back in 1958 for the Argo record label. Believe it or not, I have quite a few of their releases because I run the Argo label. But Argo would change to this label, Cadet. And this was the group's biggest hit on Cadet Records. It's their fourth on Cadet, but they had others on Argo. Tune written by Ramsey Lewis, produced by Edmund Edwards, or is that Esmond Edwards, I guess? So this charted number 19 on Billboard, was number 3 on the R&B chart, and big number 1 record on WJMO out of Cleveland, Ohio, from June 66 for UK listener Mark McHugh, the Ramsey Lewis Trio on Cadet Records with Wade in the Water. It's been a while since Johnny G waded in some water, and that was because it was in the basement. But anyway, let us start it off here with the vocal portion. Again, those of you that are new to the program, finding out for the first time, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Nobody does it like Johnny G. So let's open up here with the vocal portion. I really like this song a lot. When my aunt she bought this record in early 1966. This singer, born in Nashville, Tennessee, but he was raised in Cleveland, Ohio, was a member of a group called the Future Tones that recorded for the Tress record label. That's a rare record if you have it, from 1957. But he would sign with the Detroit-based Rick Tick record label, had 6 releases on the label. I played his, I think, 4th not too long ago, but I love this one, his 3rd release. His real name, Charles Hatcher, but he would change his name to Edwin Starr. This charted number 48 on both Billboard and Cashbox. A big #1 record if you were tuned in to WJLB or WCHB in Detroit, our open, and WTAC also from Flint, Michigan. That's where Daryl's from January 66. We open up the vocal portion with Mr. Edwin Starr on the Rick Tick record label. It's called Stop Her On Sight SOS. Open up the vocal portion there with the sound of Edwin Starr, January 1966. That's his 3rd release on the Rick Tick record label. Stop Her On Sight, parentheses, SOS. What a great record that is. I don't know. I'm telling you, when my aunt's copy, I still have her copy, and unfortunately that record comes on styrene. Even the promos are on styrene. Her copy, the grooves are all white. I mean, and that's what happens when you really wear out a styrene 45. You wear it out. But anyway, that is a great tune as we play the 60s soul here. So thank you all for being here. And let's continue here. This next group, to me, they sound a lot like the Righteous Brothers, but you can be the judge. This came out on Herman Gimbel's Karate label. It's actually a pretty cool looking label, Karate Records. The group is called The Splendors, Splendors, This tune written by Steve Varoka and Jimmy Crane. Now, this charted also on that great R&B station out of Cleveland, WJMO. This was a number 17 record on that survey. Let's go to January 66, same time period as the Edwin Starr tune. Give a listen to the Splendors on the Karate label. It's called Please Don't Go.
Say you're tired of me, you want me to set you free. You say I've lost that touch that you need, oh so much. now it's full of happiness. Yeah, we had a girl, and now you wanna go away. Give me a try, there's got to be another way. But baby, we don't know.
As January 66 release there for the Splendors on the Karate record label. It's called Please Don't Go. I see that it's like a crossover. Busta Bass mentioned Hang On Sloopy with the Righteous Brothers sound. I think they do. They sound a lot like the Righteous Brothers. The Splendors on Karate, Please Don't Go. Johnny G ain't going, not till a little after midnight here. We'll see how it goes as we continue here. Let's start it off with some requests here. Fill a request for listener MOTOWN. Many of you know this singer out of San Francisco, California. He was a member of the 1950s vocal group The Romancers, recorded for the Duet record label back in 1956 maybe, but then embarked on a very successful solo career beginning in 1958. Had a big hit with his first solo release called Do You Wanna Dance, and also another semi-hit with Betty Lou's Got a New Pair of Shoes. But he recorded for a number of different labels during his career into the 1960s. I think later into the 1960s, maybe even early 70s. And he did 5 for the Autumn record label. And actually, I was surprised. My copy of this is not that crappy styrene. You know that Johnny G hates styrene 45s. I like the vinyl ones. This is his 5th and final release for Autumn Records. And this is not the original. Well, this is actually a song he's covering that was done by Jackie Lee on the Mirwood record label. Jackie Lee did it first. But let's give a listen to this version. It charted regionally, number 16 on WIRL in Peoria, Illinois, from November 65 for listener MOTOWN. Bobby Freeman on the Autumn label, and his rendition of the tune, The Duck.
Come on, baby.
you go. Geez, that don't throw your hip out. I don't know what will. That's how do you know how to do the duck? I don't do the duck. I'll do the jerk, but I don't know about the duck. There you go. That one there by request for listener Amnon, November 65. Mr. Bobby Freeman. Bobby Freeman on the Autumn label. Song entitled The Duck. Let's flip the 45 over because Amnon requested the flip side of the record. So we're going to do that instantaneously here. Let me just check something. There you go. This one written by Sly Stewart. Do you know who Sly Stewart is? He also produced it too, by the way. There we go. If you're familiar with a group called Sly and the Family Stone, well, that is Sly Stewart. He wrote this tune, this B-side here, and he produced it. And he's got some great records from 1961 that I have featured here, at least on my 50s show. This is our first show of the week. No 78 show next week, but I'll be back Saturday evening at 9 p.m. For the 50s and early 60s. So make sure you get your requests at Vinyltreasure at AOL.com. Again, if you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to Johnny G's YouTube channel and click that like button if you like what Johnny G is doing. November 65, this is the B-side to The Duck by Bobby Freeman. It's called Cross My Heart. This is for Amnon. There you go, B-sides here on the Vinyltreasure Show. There you go, by request for listener Amnon. That's Bobby Freeman with Cross My Heart. Tune written and produced by Sly Stewart, a.k.a. Sly of the Family Stone. Prior to that, we heard the A-side, a cool up-tempo from November 65 called The Duck. Let us continue now. Let's go to Harlem, New York now. Fill a request for listener Edmund Williams. He is working this evening, but he's going to peep in from time to time. And this gal first recorded in the early 1950s as Little Sylvia, and her name was Sylvia Vanderpool. She was also half of the duet of Mickey and Sylvia. Of course, Mickey and Sylvia had a big hit on the Groove label with their tune called Love is Strange. But she also recorded as Sylvia Robbins, and this is her second of two on Juggy Murray's Sue record label. This tune written by Rudy Clark, produced by Juggy Murray, arranged by Horace Ott. All guys that if I saw on the label, I would buy the 45. This charted number 24 on WDRC if you were listening in Hartford, Connecticut from July 64 for Edmund Williams. This is Sylvia Robbins. It's called Our Love.
Our love will never die. As long as there's you and I. Our love may be young, it's true, but it's deep and it's real and it's strong through and through. Oh, our love will live on and on and on through gladness and through sadness. Times will change, I know. Years will come and go, but our love will never die. As long as there's you and I. Our love will fade, so they say, but they're wrong, so wrong. It'll never be that way. Oh, our love will live on and on through gladness and through sadness. Every time we kiss, all I know is this: our love is deep and wide. Our love is deep inside. Our love will always be a flame to burn to eternity.
There you go. That one there by request for listener Edmund Williams. That's the sound of Sylvia Robbins. That's her second of two on the Sue record label from July 64, a song entitled Our Love. Let us continue now. Let's fill a request for listener David Silberg in our YouTube chat room, as this singer was also a member of a 1950s vocal group out of Philadelphia. They were known as the Gainers, and they had a number of releases on different labels during their career: Red Top, Cameo, Mercury, Tally-Ho, and others. But in 1963, he would leave that group and form a new group, and had a big number 4 hit with a group called the Enchanters called Cry Baby. 11 releases in all on the United Artists record label, and David requested the B-side to his second. This tune produced by Jerry Ragavoy, and this is actually a cover song, or I should say this song first done by the late Jerry Butler. I have featured it on the 1950s show, and when we paid tribute to the late Jerry Butler. This side charted number 26 on Billboard, number 9 on the R&B chart, number 2 on KTKT, if you were listening, in Tucson, Arizona. Let's go back to October 63. This for David Silberg in our YouTube chat room. Garnet Mimms and the Enchanters on United Artists and their rendition of the tune For Your Precious Love. This is for David.
Precious love means more to me than any love could ever be. For when I wanted you, I was so lonely and so blue. For that's what love will do. Darling, I just when I first realized that you were fooling me. And darling, they say that our love won't grow, but I just want to tell them they don't know. For as long as you're in love with me, our love will grow wider, deeper than any sea.
That's a great sound of Garnet Mimms and the Enchanters by request for listener David Silberg in our YouTube chat. I'm doing the Jerry Butler and the Impressions tune for Your Precious Love, October 63 on United Artists at his second release on the label. Warren Russell noted that the My Picture sleeve was ruined by a jukebox distributor guy. That's what they used to do. They didn't care about the picture sleeves. They were nuisances to them because it was a pain in the neck for them to slide the record out of the sleeve because they never put the records back in the same sleeves. So what they did is what they did is when they would they'd get the records in, they put them in however order they do, probably alphabetic. I don't think they did them by label. I think they did them by alphabet. And maybe they knew what the top hits of the day were, so they'd pull a record out for each stop, and they just took them out of the sleeve and shoved them in the jukebox. But they weren't going to, you think they were going to keep track of the picture sleeves of the records when they put them back? So they said, well, we're putting them back in here. Some of them are even worse than this, but this was it's totally ruined, I can tell you. So this has zero value, but still, I had it. I wasn't going to chuck it, so I said, let me keep it. But Warren is absolutely right. Johnny G here on a Wednesday. So discombobulated again today, but thank you all for being here, and I hope you're enjoying the show tonight. Got some great requests from you, the listeners. I have to say, you sent me in some really great requests. Happy with the show tonight. Let's fill a request now for listener Bill Olb for this duet. They recorded for Bobby Robinson's Fire record label. They are Don Gardner, and he was originally from Philadelphia, first recording for Gotham Records, I think, back in 1949. And the gal on this is Dee Dee Ford. Her real name is Rashia Holloway. Is that correct, Charlene? I'm going to take it. And she is from in Midden, Louisiana. In Midden, Charlene has here. Okay. Johnny G is not good with the pronunciations of these other towns and whatnot and states. But she would move to Newark, New Jersey, and she recorded for the Glow Hill record label back in 1957. But they teamed up together, and this was their biggest hit. I think this was their first of 3 that they did for the Fire label. This charted number 20 on Billboard, number 3 on the R&B chart, and this was a big number 1 record if you were out in California listening to KFXM out of San Bernardino, California. A tune written by Don Gardner, who was one of the duets, and Bobby Robinson, who also produced it. Let's go to May of '62 by request for Bill Olb in New Jersey, Don Gardner and Dee Dee Ford with their tune called I Need Your Lovin' for Bill Olb.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I need your loving every day. I need your loving every hour. I need your loving every day. Set my soul on fire. I need your loving every day. Whoa, 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 whoa. I need your loving every day. Whoa, 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 whoa. I need your loving every day. I'm saying me love. I need your
There you go. That's going out to listener Bill Olben, New Jersey. The sound of Don Gardner and Dee Dee Ford from May 62. It's on the Fire record label. I Need Your Lovin' is the name of the tune. That's their first of 3 on the Fire label. Now, Reed, how long is the extended version? Because Reed mentions that tune on some compilations with the extended version. Now, this one was... This was 2 minutes and 53 seconds, so how much longer are they going to have it? I mean, that was pretty long for 1962. Now, I know that, The Closer You Are was 3 minutes. There were some songs from the 1950s that were 3 minutes. I mean, it's not bad for a 1962 release, but how much longer could that be? But anyway, let us continue here. Let's fill a request for listener Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. This singer, originally from Waxhaw, Mississippi, sang in gospel groups before he embarked on a solo career in 1965. He signed with George Leaner's wonderful record label, had 7 releases on the label. Now, Busta requested his 5th release, a tune co-written by Milton Bland, a.k.a. Monk Higgins, and Maurice Dollison, a.k.a. Cash McCall. And this is produced and arranged by Chicago saxophonist Eddie Silvers. This actually bubbled under on the Billboard Hot 100 at number 131, was number 24 on the Billboard R&B chart, and a number 6 record if you were listening to WANT out of Richmond, Virginia. Let's go to June of 67 for Mr. Otis Clay. Otis Clay on the wonderful record label for Busta Bass. It's called That's How It Is, parentheses, When You're in Love. Otis Clay.
Please, somebody take your hand and slap some sense in me. Open my eyes, 'cause I'm too blind to see. I've got this woman, and she's messing my mind around. She knows that I love her, but still she's trying to put me down. I know I'm just a fool, someone she can use, but I can't help myself. Ooh, no, I can't help myself. Ooh, now listen, baby, I know I'm just your fool, but I love you, and for you I'll break every rule. Now I've broken hearts before of dear ones that love me, but now I fell in love with you, place no one above you. The Lord knows I love you, always thinking of you, but I can't help myself, I can't help myself. Ooh, no, please don't look down on me, because I'm weak. When you're in love, it's easy to be. I know I'm being abused, misused and confused, but that's how it is when you're in love. That's how it is now. I know that's how it is now when you love someone that don't love you. Oh yeah, don't you being abused, misused and confused, but that's how it is when you're in love. I know that's how it is now. Make you feel so bad, yeah, now. Alright, oh yeah. Keep on being abused now. Keep on being misused now. But that's how it is. It ain't a doggone thing you can do, no. Now, I know, no. Got to keep on holding on, yeah. Keep on holding on.
There you go. That one there, cool tune by request for listener Busta Bass. Otis Clay from June 67 on the Wonderful record label. That's his 5th release on Wonderful. That's How It Is, parentheses, When You're in Love is the name of the tune. As we continue here on the All 60s edition, and let's go back to Detroit now, fill a request for Gary McLinden in our YouTube chat room. Then we go to Curtis Mayfield's Mayfield record label, where all the releases on the label were written and produced by him. And he did all the writing and producing for this girl group. They were known as the Fascinations. They had 5 releases on the Mayfield record label. Now, Gary requested their second. This charted number 92 on the Billboard charts, number 80 on Cashbox, 13 on the R&B Billboard R&B chart, and a big number 7 if you were tuned into WJLB out of Detroit, Michigan. It features Bernadine Bossell on lead, Bossell, from November 66 for Gary McLinden, The Fascinations. It's called Girls Are Out to Get You for Gary.
Don't be a fool like
There you go, with a great girl group sound there by the Fascinations, November 66 release. It's on Curtis Mayfield's Mayfield record label there. Bernadine Bossell is on lead there. That's their second release on the Mayfield label, going out to Gary McLinden in our YouTube chat room. Girls are out to get you. I don't know about that. Well, get you in what kind of way? I don't know. Called Barbara today, and she's moving into a new home, so she's all discombobulated. It's too much for her to handle. I say, you're doing well. You just have to say that they're doing well, and then they kind of calm down a little bit. Johnny G trying to be calm here on a Wednesday evening. So thank you all for being here. Let's continue with the requests now. Let's fill a request for listener Ron Harry in our YouTube chat. I finally found this record. When I cleaned it, it has like a little crack in it, but you can barely see it. Sometimes with these styrene presses, because they're in like injector mold kind of, and there's a seam that's created, and sometimes that seam can come apart. It's like a weak part of the record. So if the record's going to break anywhere, it's going to be in that seam, but you can barely see it. But it bothers me, it does. But we're going to play it anyway. by this singer originally from Cleveland, Ohio, first recording in the early 1960s as a member of the Valentinos. They recorded for Sam Cooke's SAR record label. The group would then sign with the Checker, Leonard Chess's Checker label, but then in the fall of 1965, the lead singer of the group would have his first solo release. That also came out on Checker, but he recorded on other labels, Rim, Keyman, Atlantic, and this label, Minute Records. He would sign with Minute Records in 1967, had 9 releases on the label. Let's give a listen to the B-side to his second. This tune written and produced by Chips Moman from October 67. Let's give a listen to Bobby Womack. Bobby Womack on the Minute label. This is going out to listener Ron Harry in our YouTube chat room. Bobby Womack with Somebody Special.
About it twice. You know what? I want to be the only man that you let stand by your side. No, can't you see? I want to be your protector and your guide, and that's why I'm striving hard every day, darling. I want to be somebody special in your life. Oh, girl, and I just can't stand again. You tell me no. Oh, darling, think about it twice. That's all you gotta do. 'Cause I know 99, 99, and a half just won't do. One thing I know, it's gonna take 100, and that's everything of you, darling, to see me through. And I'll get down on my knees and beg to you, darling. I know you know I wanna be somebody special in your life. Oh, darling, there ain't no harm no more sometimes.
There you go, October 1967 release there for Bobby Womack. That's the B-side to his second release on the Minute record label. Somebody Special is the name of the tune. That one there by request for Ron Harry in our YouTube chat room. Let us have a flip side request here from the last Wednesday's Soul Show. I featured for Adrian Viterbo, requested this gal from Brooklyn, New York. She had 3 releases on the Redbird label. Played her first, the A-side, a song called Come Back Baby. I actually followed it up with a cover as done by the Stoppers, but she did it first, talking about Roddie Joy. Her real name was Rita Coleman, and Tim Verteen, he asked for the flip side, or he said he preferred the flip side, so we're going to play it because I like the flip side too. This is the B-side of her first release on the Redbird record label from February 65. Let's give a listen to Miss Roddie Joy. It's on Redbird Records. This is for Tim Verteen. It's called Love Hit Me Like a Wallop. This is Roddie Joy.
Love hit me with a wallop. All I saw was a twinkling star. Oh yeah. When I got my senses, I looked, and there you were. They say that love is blind, but I can't see. You wanted me bad, 'cause you hit on me. Love hit me with a wallop, and it knocked me for a loop. Love hit me with a wallop, and I felt like a ton of bricks. Oh yeah. Baby, what I'm feeling, it gives me a lot of kicks. And now I'm gonna shout it for all to know. I guess I'm just a lucky so and so. Love hit me with a wallop, and it knocked me for a loop. It took me by surprise on that lucky day, but I'm so glad it happened. I wanna thank you in every way. Love hit me with a wallop, and I'm glad that it swung my way. Oh yeah. And I wouldn't change it, no, not for a rich man's pay. So now I'm gonna knock 3 times on wood, 'cause baby, what you do makes me feel so good. Love hit me with a wallop, and it knocked me for a loop. Love hit me with a wallop, and it knocked me for a loop. Love hit me with a wallop, and it knocked me for a loop.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, Miss Roddie Joy. Roddie Joy, February 65. That's the flip side of Comeback Baby. Song entitled Love Hit Me Like a Wallop. That's on the Redbird record label by request for Tim Verteen. And they like that one there. And Adrian likes that one there in the YouTube chat room because he requested the flip. And this is a request for Adrian Viterbo. Actually, we got a twin spin by this duo here. And the first one up is Adrian's request. We're going to follow it up with a request for Warren Russell. This duo out of California, they were known as Bob and Earl. Now, the original duo had been members of the Hollywood Flames, and originally they were Bobby Bird and Earl Nelson, at first recording back in 1957 for the Class record label, but in 1962, Earl Nelson would recruit his second Bob, and the second Bob was Bobby Ralph, also another lead singer of a number of vocal groups, mainly the Laurels, but who would have several. He recorded with several vocal groups like the Laurels, the Upfronts, Valentino and the Lovers, not to mention some solo efforts. But they had 2 releases on the Tempe label, which was out of Hollywood, California. And I have this actually 2 ways. And to read it, they're both posted, I think, on 45 Cat. One with a Chirka, it's styrene. I hate styrene. So I also have a vinyl press, which plays much better, but it's got like the block print. It doesn't have like a fancy T and whatnot. So I decided, and I don't know which one is. I prefer this one. I'm just saying, but that's me. But anyway, let's give it a spin here by request for Adrian Viterbo, July 62, Bob and Earl. This charted number 85 on Billboard and number 19 on KRLA. If you are listening in Los Angeles, California, Bob and Earl on Tempe Records, Don't Ever Leave Me. This is for Adrian Viterbo.
I need your love, baby, forever, evermore now. Let me tell you that I really need your love, baby. Don't ever walk out that door now. To another lover. Oh, I don't ever want you to go, girl. No. Oh, I'm gonna wait. Yes, I'm gonna wait for you, baby. Forevermore. Let me tell you now, if you ever leave me, baby, you know I'll wait. I'll have to wait for your return now. So never go. No. I need your arms to hold, yes, hold me through the night now. But let me tell you one thing, baby, if you gone now, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna miss you. You know I'm gonna miss your loving, baby. Yeah. Oh, come back. Don't you ever, never leave me. Girl, 'cause you know if you ever leave me, baby, I'm just gonna die, girl. Yeah, baby. Don't ever walk out that door. I'll tell you the sweetest little thing ever. Oh, yeah. Never go. Never leave.
Duos here on the Vinyl Treasure Show by request for listener Adrian Viterbo. He's listening down in Mexico in our YouTube chat room. Bob and Earl from July 62. It's on the Tempe record label, Don't Ever Leave Me. I mentioned we're going to do a twin spin, as this is a request for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. They would sign with Mirwood Records. When did they sign with Mirwood? Had 2 releases on the Mirwood record label, and this was their first. They signed in 1966. Produced by Fred Smith, arranged by Gene Page. It's from May of 66 on Mirwood Records. This is going out to Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. Bob and Earl. It's called Dancin' Everywhere for Warren.
Every time that I turn on my radio, let me tell you, baby, I get the feeling, that I wanna go. Ooh, Lord, now when I'm all alone, lonesome and low,
you go. That's our twin spin with Bob and Earl, May 1966, released there on the Mirwood record label. That's their first of two on Mirwood. Dancin' Everywhere is the name of the tune. That's Bob, a.k.a. Bobby Ralph, and Earl, Mr. Earl Nelson. That's going out to Warren Russell. Let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Let's fill a request for listener Raymond Ortiz in our YouTube chat room as we go to Galveston, Texas for this next group. This is on Walter Wizenhunt's Wiz record label, which was out of Los Angeles, California. Now, this tune written by the lead singer of the group, his name is Willie Cooper. And what else do I know about this? This 45, I think, came out originally on Abe Epstein's Dynamic label, which was out of San Antonio, Texas. Or actually was re-released, Charlene has it, as it re-released on Dynamic. So I guess this is the first label, Wiz Records. I bought this from Barry Soltz. What did he charge me for this record? He charged me $125 for this 45, a long time ago, too, by the way. This is from April of 1965. This is going out to Ramon Ortiz in our YouTube channel. A great tune here by Willie Cooper and the Webbs on Wiz Records. It's called I Can't Take It No More. This is for Ramon. That's a cool record there. That's why I bought it. I had no questions about the price, really, to be honest with you. Willie Cooper and the Webbs there, April 1965 on the Wiz record label. I Can't Take It No More. A great tune. I know Adrian Viterbo has requested that in the past, too. That is a great record. But Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room has requested an instant request. And I can do instant requests when I do this on the 60s show. I don't do it on maybe on the 78 show once in a blue moon, but I always will play the flips if you know that the flip, especially if you like the song a lot. I'm not going to test play the flips, but if you like the flips, I will play them. And we're going to play it, and because I think I've played both sides of this record. So by request for Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room, this is Willie Cooper and the Webbs on the Wiz Records. It says Division of Wiz Record Corp. And produced by the label owner. Wizenhunt is his name. Actually, this is the intended A side. It's got an A on this side. We heard the B side that Ramon requested, but this is called You Don't Love Nobody, and written by what? Marshall Boxley. I don't know who that is, but here we go. For Mark Speck, You Don't Love Nobody. Going out to Mark Speck, Willie Cooper and the Webbs. This is the intended A-side.
Yeah, you don't love nobody. You just as selfish as you can be. Now all you try to do is hurt me and just to leave me in a misery. You know I'm getting tired of your stuff, and I think I'm gonna have to get rough. I'm gonna take my stand just like a man, girl. I told you that I've had enough. Girl, I told you that I've had enough. Thinking about yourself won't help you. You got to think of other people too. I'm gonna call your love. I've had enough, girl. I've had about enough of you. Yeah, about enough of you. And I'll be no more cheating, baby. No more fighting. Oh, yeah. No more crying. I'm leaving that to you. Yeah, you don't love nobody. You just the stupid as you can be. Now all you try to do is hurt me and just to leave me in a misery. You know I'm getting tired of your stuff, and I think I'm gonna have to get rough. I'm gonna take my man like a man, girl. I told you that I've had enough. Yeah, I've had enough. Now you don't love nobody. Nobody. Yeah, don't love nobody. No, baby. No.
Instant requests here for Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Willie Cooper and the Webbs. That is the intended A-side. It's called You Don't Love Nobody is the name of the tune. That one there on the Wiz record label, April 1965 release. Let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show with more requests. This time for listener Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. This singer, born in Chicago, Illinois, started singing with the Pilgrim Travelers back in 1957, but he began his solo career in 1960, recording for the Char D record label. I have that 45, by the way. But he would sign with Capitol Records the following year. 1961 had 28 releases between 61 and 1970. And his big hit, I guess his biggest hit on the Capitol label was in 1966. His what, is that his 13th or 18th? I messed it up. Looks like 13th. I wrote over it. It was called Love Is a Hurtin' Thing, but Leonard requested his 16th release. That charted number 31 on Cashbox, 29 on Billboard, number 3 on the R&B chart, and a big number 1 record on KYA in San Francisco, California. Also big on WPAG in Ann Arbor and WTAC and WTRX in Flint, Michigan. Let's go to March of 67 for Mr. Lou Rawls. Lou Rawls on the Capitol record label. The song is called Dead End Street for Leonard Mancini.
I was born in a city that they call the Windy City. They call it the Windy City because of the hawk. The hawk, the almighty hawk. Mr. Wind takes care of plenty of business around winter time. The place that I lived in was on a street that happened to be one of the dead-end streets, where there was nothing to block the wind, the elements, nothing to buffer them for. I mean, to keep them from knocking my bed down, Jim. I mean, really stocking it to me when the boiler would bust and the heat was gone, Jim, I had to get fully dressed before I could go to bed. Of course, I couldn't put on my goulashes because they had buckles on them, and my folks didn't play that. They said, don't you tear my bed clothes with some goulashes on. But I was fortunate. As soon as I was big enough to get a job and save enough money, get a ticket, catch anything, I split. I said, one day I'm gonna return, and I'm gonna straighten it all out. And I'm about ready to go back now. So I thought I'd tell you about it. They say this is a big rich town, but I live in the poorest part. I know I'm on a dead-end street in a city without a heart. I learned to fight before I was 6, the only way I could get along. When you're raised on a dead-end street, you gotta be tough and strong. Now all the guys I know getting in trouble, that's how it's always been. When the odds are all against you, how can you win? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna push my way out of here, even though I can't say when. But I'm gonna get off of this dead-end street, and I ain't never gonna come back again. Never. No, no, no. I'm gonna push my way out of here, even though I can't say when. But I'm gonna get off of this dead-end street, and I ain't gonna never come back again. No, no, no. I ain't gonna come back to this dead-end street no more. No, 'cause I'm gonna get me a job. I'm gonna save my dough. Get away from here, I ain't gonna come back no more. I'm tired of a dead-end street. I wanna get out in the world and learn something. Tired of breaking my back. I wanna start using my mind.
There you go, by request for listener Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. March 1967 release for Mr. Lou Rawls. Lou Rawls, his 16th release on the Capitol record label. Dead End Street is the name of the tune. 45 is pretty interesting here. I don't know if they did it. I mean, why would they even say Dead End Street monologue and give you the time at a minute? And this isn't a DJ copy. I mean, it just doesn't, I don't know why do it. It says, maybe because he wrote that part and he wanted to separate it, because it says that Lou Rawls wrote the monologue at minute 27, and then Dead End Street by D. Axelrod and B. Raleigh, and that was 2 minutes and 10 seconds. That's David Axelrod, who also produced the 45. There you go, Dead End Street. Ain't no Dead End Street here for a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. And again, if you are new to the program, just finding out about this special show, the big show we can call it, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. You have to be signed into YouTube. You can make up a name. There's so many names. Johnny, I remember I used to have a photographic memory before COVID, and then I kind of went COVID, dumb with that because my memory isn't as good, but it's been pretty good. I know it's better than someone else's memory. I'm not saying you, Charlene, but anyway, so thank you all for being here again. And if you like what I'm doing, please give me a thumbs up. Tell your friends about this program. If you miss any of the show, they're all archived unless the copyright police come out and get Johnny G. And they've been okay lately. I had one of the shows, they thought I played an Elvis Presley record and they shut it down. So then I fought them. I said, no, that's not right. And so then they said, "Oh, it's okay. They didn't come back with a that there was an issue, so they never answered your claim. So we're going to post it back up." But then they said, "No, there's another one here, and they won't let me change it." So I can't win. But anyway, let us continue here. Fill a request for listener Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. This gal, she's originally from Shelby, Mississippi, and she first began singing gospel, but she was discovered by Motown producer Clarence Paul. And this tune, written and produced by label owner Gordy Berry. Against Clarence Paul, he would bring her up to Motown Records. They signed her, and she had this release. We're going to play both sides of this 45 because Malcolm in our YouTube chat room requested the flip. We'll do that. The background vocals here are by a group called the Fayettes. I don't know who the Fayettes were. Reed, do you know who the Fayettes were, possibly? But this is from October 62, going out to Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. Let's give a listen to Hattie Littles. Hattie Littles is her name. It's called Here You Come. This is for Chris Reed, Hattie Littles.
Here you come, smiling so nice, yeah. Here you come to hurt me twice. You must think I'm such a fool to take you back and let you rule and let you bring me some misery.
There you go. That one there by request for Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Hattie Littles being backed up with the Fayettes, a girl group of Fayettes. So they're probably out of Mississippi. Who Jack said that in our YouTube chat room. That's October 62, Hattie Littles with Here You Come. We're going to do an instant request. So for you listeners that are just new to the program and finding out about the Vinyltreasure show, Johnny G plays real records, and I have about 195,045. So the hardest part of doing the whole show is to find the records. That's the hardest part. So when people do requests, okay, sometimes Charlene picks them up in the chat room. I can't guarantee that all the time because Charlene has to take bathroom breaks and she's got to munch on crackers and she's got to get her tea and whatnot. So she sometimes misses things in the chat room. So unless you email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com, that is the best way. Others go to my YouTube page and they will type in, Busta Bass does this, and he does it really well too, because he actually lists them very clearly so I can see what they are, and I copy that and I send it over to Charlene. And then I tell her, no, I do this, I have this, or I don't have this, don't do this, I have to look for this. And then she helps me with the research, and that's how I do it. Sometimes if I see you in the chat room there, if she sees it, she'll write it down, but I can't always promise that because I'm multitasking here, and Charlene sometimes isn't looking. Charlene is doing other things. Sometimes her PC freezes, she has to reboot, so she don't see it. So anyway, but that's the best bet. But I don't have MP3, so I can't drop and drag like most disc jockeys do. But I play real records, and that's why sometimes it's very difficult. But I'm glad I could accommodate many of the listeners, a large percentage of the listeners that send me requests. And we do instant requests, and we're going to do for Malcolm in our YouTube chat room. We're going to flip over this cool tune by Hattie Littles. And this is also a Berry Gordy Jr. pen tune. He also produced it. And we're going to send it out to Malcolm, who is up in the wee hours over in the UK. I have a lot of listeners that tune into my programs. I do 3 shows here on YouTube. This is the first show. I do the 78 show every other week, so I won't be on tomorrow. But I will be on the next Thursday, although I have that ultrasound, so we'll see how that takes. Then Saturday night is the big show here, the 50s and early 60s. I play those records by year. I don't play these 60s songs by year, but we're also live on Oldies and More Radio. I neglected to mention that Oldies and More Radio, great station to be on. So that's the streamers. You can stream that show there. But let's give a listen to this flip. As we flip it over for Malcolm in the UK, this is actually, I think, the intended A side of the tune. Hattie Littles. Hattie Littles from, what year is this? From October 62. For Malcolm in our YouTube chat room, it's called Your Love is Wonderful. Here you go, Malcolm.
Your love is so wonderful. Your love, yeah, 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 so wonderful. Oh, darling, it's so true. I can feel it when we kiss, and a sweet moment of bliss. I can see it in your eye every time you smile. Makes your love, it makes your love so wonderful. Your love, oh yeah, it's wonderful. Oh yeah, it's so true. I'm in trouble, baby, and I don't know what to do. Please, please, please help me, baby, because I want no one but you.
That's going out to Malcolm in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Hattie Littles. Hattie Littles from October 62. I agree with Reed King. It sounds like the Temptations are backing her up on that one there. That is the flip side of Here You Come, song entitled Your Love is Wonderful. That one there on the Gordy record label. Let us continue here with the request. Fill a request for listener James Brown in our YouTube chat room. Then we go back to Chicago for this next singer. He was known as the Duke of Earl. Actually sang with a group called the Duquets and had a big hit. Actually, the Duquets first recorded the Duke of Earl, and then of course it was the master was sold or leased out to VJ Records, and they said, you know what, we're good. He's going to be your backup group. You're going to be up front. Gene Chandler was his name, and he got credit for the Duke of Earl. But this is his. But he recorded also for the Constellation label, and James Brown requested his 12th of 17 on Constellation. This tune, written by Curtis Mayfield, produced by Bill Shepard, and arranged by Riley Hampton. This charted number 92 on the Billboard chart, number 40 on the R&B chart, and number 5 if you were listening to KATZ out of St. Louis, Missouri from July 65, Mr. Gene Chandler on the Constellation record label. The song is called Good Times. This is going out to James Brown in our YouTube chat room.
The weather's fair, dark glasses and don't give a care. Finger popping out on the street, all dressed and neat. My buddy pulls up in a Cadillac, driving slow with the top left back. Patiently, the girls they wait for their heavy date. And it's gonna be good time. It's gonna be good time. It's gonna be good time. Good time. To a smooth stop at the first girl's door. I don't plan to be back till 4. The old folks, they don't worry, you see. They have trust in me. And it's gonna be good time. It's gonna be good time. It's gonna be good time. Good time. Today I'm gonna get my red. For tonight I've got to look my best. My girl will be full of smile. When the music begins, we're gonna dance a while. Fast music and the room smoked up. A double punch in an old beer cup. Digging music from the old hi-fi, giving her the eye. And it's gonna be good time. It's gonna be good time. It's gonna be good time. Good time. Yeah, 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 yeah. Good time. Yeah,
Here you go, by request for James Brown in our YouTube chat. Hold on one second, folks. I don't know where this thing. I don't know where this thing went here. Johnny G loses his mind. Sabrina and S. Where is my hold on a second here. Johnny G, where am I missing something here? I am missing something and I can't find it here. Oh, yes, it is. Johnny G losing his mind. There you go. What a great sound of Gene Chandler there with a song entitled "Good Times." Although I notice, Reed, you'll have to correct me here on some of the presses. It says, what does it say? Let's have a good time. Is that what it says? I think I'm looking. No, yeah, it says "gonna be." I'm looking at, and it's a promo. So I don't know. You would think that they would first put it out as "it's gonna be a good time," but then it just came out as "Good Times." I don't know which one is first, but either way, it's a great tune as we have good times here on a Wednesday evening. That's July 65. Gene Chandler going out to James Brown on Constellation Records, song entitled "Good Time." Let's fill a request now for listener Warren Russell. For this gal, she has two overall releases in her career. First recording for Bobby Robinson's Enjoy Records back in 1962. This was her second release, but it was actually a cover tune. This song first done by Bertha Colbert. She did it first in 1963 on Columbia Records, but this version released in April of 1964. This is on the Falew, F-A-L-E-W label. It's arranged by Gene Red, and the song written by Don Covey and Horace Ott. This charted regionally. This was number 14 on WWIN out of Baltimore, Maryland. Let's go to April of 64 by request for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. Betty Booth on the Falew label, and her rendition of the tune, Teardrop Avenue, for Warren.
Here comes that girl again, arm in arm with my guy. And here comes the hurt I always feel when they go by. It seems like every time I look out my window I see him and her passing through. I just gotta get away, gotta get away, gotta get away from Teardrop Avenue. Look at that girl smiling with the boy who once was mine. Here comes a tear I can't keep. No, I can't keep my eyes from crying. You know his love still has a hold on me, even though we are through. I just gotta get away, gotta get away, gotta get away from Teardrop Avenue. This avenue was once a paradise for me. This avenue, but now it's not, you see. This avenue, wait from us to always be my guide. On the same avenue is where he told me all because of one little girl. I turned my back on this whole wide world. I just gotta get away, gotta get away, gotta get away from Teardrop Avenue. Hey girl, you better run. I gotta get away. Hey girl, you better run from Teardrop Avenue. Hey girl, you better run. I say I gotta get away. Hey girl, you better run. Oh, you better run. Hey girl, you better run. Oh, you better run. You better run. I gotta wait.
That's April 1964 release there for Betty Booth, Betteboothe. If you're looking her up, that's on the Fallu record label, Teardrop Avenue. I like that record, I do. And that one there by request for listener Warren Russell. Johnny G here, spinning my 60s soul 45s out of my collection. Again, if you have a request, I'm seeing some requests in there. If Charlene is marking them down, because I have those 45s, we will try to feature them here on the next Vinyl Treasure Show. That'll be next Wednesday evening, beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And so stay tuned to that. Let's continue here, and let's fill a request for listener Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat as we go to Long Beach, California for this next group. First recording back in 1957 for the Combo record label, and I'm missing one of their records on Combo. I am. It's pretty hard. But in 1959, they would sign with Lou Bedell's Dore record label. They would have 5 releases on the label. Now, Frank requested their 5th release, a tune written by Glenn Trout and R.W. Chandler, who was an alias for Lou Bedell. This is from June of 64. Let's give a listen to the Debonaires. The Debonaires on the Dore record label by request for Frank Chingaro. It's called Everybody's Movin' for Frank.
Well, it's Saturday night at the old dance hall. The cats are living it up, the chicks are having a ball. Well, they're picking them up and they're laying them down. The band starts playing how we dig that sound. Yeah, everybody moving tonight. Everybody moving tonight. In the middle of the floor, got us forming a line. They're telling everybody that it's lost in time. Well, over there in the corner, there's a gal so pretty. She promised her guy she's gonna show him nitty-gritty. Yeah, everybody moving tonight. Everybody moving tonight. But we're gonna keep going. It could last all night and the band's still blowing. Well, things are looking so fine and things are doing so right. And the way things look, nobody sleeps tonight. Yeah, everybody moving tonight. Everybody moving tonight.
There you go, by request for listener Frank Chingaro from June 64. The sound of the Debonaires there, that is their, what did I say, that was their 5th release on the Dore record label. Everybody's Movin' is the name of the tune. We're also going to play the flip side for Frank. Frank requested the flip side. Interesting thing about this flip side, though, this B-side written by group member Art Holly was issued 3 times as a B-side. So, and I don't know what was going on with Lou Bedell back then, because you know what's one of the groups that drives me crazy on Dore are the Superbs. Because the Superbs, I mean, their first record, which comes out with 2 different flip sides, by the way, Baby Baby all the time. Yeah, Baby Baby You All the Time. The Superbs, great records that the Superbs do. Some are really expensive. I don't have them all. I have a lot of them, but not all of them. But with different flip sides. So it's like, what? Either they didn't have them, and it was funny because on that, they performed on Dick Clark's American Bandstand in '64. So he was asking them, and they didn't know, are you coming there? What's your next single, or what you're doing? Oh, we're coming out with an LP. Did they ever have an LP? I don't know if the Superbs had an LP on the Dore label. I'm just singling them out. I don't want to single them out. But anyway, I'm talking about Dore in general. But let's flip the 45 over, which came out 3 times. This was the B-side to their first record, which was called Every Once in a While, and also the flip side of their third release, which I saw in my box, called Hold Back the Dawn, and the flip side of their 5th release. So they used this as a B-side 3 times. So I don't know, maybe they didn't have enough material, but we're going to play it for Frank. June '64, the Debonaires, the B-side to Everybody's Moving. It's called Mama Don't Care. My mama does care, but it's called Mama Don't Care on Dore. These are the Debonaires for Frank.
Mama just don't care for me. I got a girl who's sweet 16. I love her best. She got sugar lips, shapely hips, and well all the rest. But there is something that keeps me on a limb. I call it double trouble. That you spell M-O-M. Well, that's her. Visit my babe at her house an hour every day. Her mama would sit beside of us to hear just what I say, until I got a little mad, called her a nosy hen. She hollered and said, get out of here and don't come again. Well, that's her.
B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, by request for Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat room. Jack mentions in the chat room, it sounds like a 50s record. Well, you were correct, Jack. This though a release in June of '64, sounding like was there a Coasters record that sounded like that? Because that was the original B-side to a 1959 release by the Debonaires, Every Once in a While. So they put it behind that Everybody's Moving single, their 5th release on Lou Bedell's Dore record label, Mama Don't Care. Well, my mama does care. She is tuned in to the Vinyl Treasure Show, and she's watching all your chats in the YouTube chat room. So she says hello to everybody, and thank you all for the emails you send Johnny G for greeting my mom, especially Adrian, who was so nice. And I've been answering Adrian in Spanish now because I can. But anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's fill a request now for listener Ron Harry in our YouTube chat room. We have a girl group sound. They're out of Little Rock, Arkansas, recorded 6 for the Volt record label, which was out of Memphis, Tennessee. This was their first release, tune written and produced by Isaac Hayes and David Porter. They did lots of writing for Stax and Volt's records back in the day. This is from June of 67. It's by Gene and the Darlings. I think also Charlene. Well, no, I should take it back. That's correct. This is their first. They were first known as Jean. She was known as Jeannie. The lead singer, her name is Jeannie Dolphus. She's the lead singer. So for Ron Harry, June 67, Jean and the Dolphins, it's called That Man of Mine. This is Jean and the Darlings. That's a very nice tune there by request for Ron Harry in our YouTube chat room. That's June 67, the debut single for Jean and the Darlings as Jeannie Dolphus on lead. That's on the Volt record label, their first of 6 on Volt. That Man of Mine is the name of the tune. Got some great requests for tonight. I mean, I don't know, all the listeners that tune into this program and send me the requests, they are very knowledgeable and their tastes are excellent, I have to say. As we continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show, fill a request for Oldies fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat room. This singer-songwriter guitarist from Tutwiler, Mississippi, First, I don't know. He has releases in the 1950s on Chance and Chess Records. Also releases on JVB Modern Deluxe Rockin' Specialty Chart, and had 22 releases on Vivian Carter's VJ record label. Now, Oldies Fan requested his 16th release. This is a song he wrote, and it charted number 60 on Billboard, 16 on the R&B chart, but a big number 3 record on WDON in Wheaton, Maryland from April of 1962 by request for Joseph Smith, a.k.a. Oldies Fan, Mr. John Lee Hooker. John Lee Hooker on the VJ record label, and his tune called Boom Boom.
You right down, right off of your feet. Take you home with me, put you in my house. Boom, 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 boom. Ow, how, how, how. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love to see you strut up and down the floor. When you're talking to me, that baby talk, I like it like that. Oh, yeah. Talk that talk, walk that walk. Walk that walk and talk that talk and whisper in my ear, tell me that you love me. I love that talk. When you talk like that, you knock me out right off of my feet. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, talk.
There you go, by request for Oldies Fan, Joseph Smith from April 1962, Mr. John Lee Hooker. Johnny G ain't bashful with playing blues songs here on the Soul Show. That's John Lee Hooker on Vivian Carter's VJ record label with Boom Boom. So many people covered that tune through the years. I know the Animals do a cover of that. There's other groups too that have done it through the years. Johnny G spinning my 1960s Soul 45, so thank you for being here. If you have a request, please send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. This show has exploded on the scene. Thank you, folks, for that. You can watch me in the privacy of your living rooms, on your iTVs, on your cell phones, on your tablet, or on your PCs. I don't know where else you can watch me unless you're here in the studio with me, as Bill Obe will be soon as my special guest on a Thursday afternoon. So stay tuned for that. Let us continue here, and let's fill a request for listener David Silberg in our YouTube chat room. You know this gal. She had a big hit with her in 1965 with a song called Rescue Me. I do feature her quite often here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. First recording for the Bobbin label, which was in her hometown of St. Louis, Missouri. But she had other releases on other labels. This one's on Pran Records, Prann, and this was a label owned by Ike Turner. Ike Turner owned this, and I think he produced it. Ike and Tina Turner produced this. The song written by Oliver Sane, who did a lot of her writing with her and producing with her also. This is with the Oliver Sane Orchestra, who I think maybe recorded her and then sold some of the masters. I think that's how some of her earlier stuff went. But this is from June of 63. This is for listener David Silberg in our YouTube chat room. Miss Fontella Bass. Fontella Bass on prawn. It's called I Love the Man. This is for David Silberg.
What more can I say? I love a man, and I need him every day. He belonged to someone else, but I just can't help myself. I just gotta have his love every now and then. When there's no one else around, and I need his arm to lift me when I'm down. I know I'm playing a losing hand, but you just don't understand. I love the man. I'm a fool and I know it, and I don't care how much I show it, and I don't care what the people say. Though he takes my heart and tears it all apart, but with just one gentle touch, he sweeps the pain away. And I know, Lord, I know that it's a sin, and I know that I got to lose in the end, but I don't care what happens to me, if that's the way it's got to be, 'cause I love a man. Don't you know that I love a man? Don't you know I need a man? I know I'm playing a losing hand, but I love the man.
There you go. That one there by request for listener David Silberg, June 63 release on the Pran, Prann Records, a label owned by Ike Turner. That's Fontella Bass. Fontella Bass with I Love the Man is the name of the tune. Hopefully you're loving the tunes here on a Wednesday evening as we continue here. Let's fill a request for listener Emnon. Let's go to Detroit, Michigan now to Mike Hank's D-Town record label. Lots of great records on the D-Town record label. This singer's real name is Ronald Dunbar, but he recorded as Ronnie Love, and this was his fourth release on the D-Town record label. Now, the flip side of this is a great doo-wop called Judy. Actually, this comes out twice, and I don't know if Charlene counted the first time it came out because it comes out on an earlier D-Town label, which I don't have. Reed, I think you may have that one, but I don't have that first one he does. But they would re-release this in March of 1965, a tune written by Cara Bell and Mac Rice and Tony Clark, produced by Mike Hanks and Tony Clark and Bonnie Mac Rice. Is that Mac Rice? I don't know. It says Bonnie. So I don't know. But anyway, let's go to March of 1965, at least for this release. It first came out earlier, I think, but it's Ronnie Love. This is going out to MOTOWN. It's called Detroit, Michigan. Ronnie Love for MOTOWN.
Detroit, Michigan, talking about girls, girls, girls. We got 'em. Detroit, Michigan, talking about fine, fine girls. We got 'em. Detroit, Michigan. Wearing tight skirts above their knees. The kind of girls that know how to please. The kind of girl that looks so good, the kind that ought to be in Hollywood. So, we got it. Detroit, Michigan, on a soul groove. We got it. Detroit, Michigan. When you hear our smash hit sound, the music starts to dancing and you can't sit down. We got a kind of music groove, the kind that makes you well move. Detroit, Michigan, yeah, yeah, yeah. Detroit, Michigan, what I said. Detroit, Michigan, one more time. Yeah, 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 yeah. About Marvin Gaye, we got him. Detroit, Michigan, heard about Pittsville, USA. We got it. Detroit, Michigan. We got those fine, fine super supremes, the kind of girls you see in your dreams. When you hear a thunderous sound, you never came here. Detroit, very well. We set up Detroit, Michigan, talking about Henry Ford, being better. Detroit, Michigan, talking about soup sales, the Joker. Detroit, Michigan, talking about miracles. We're smoking.
There you go. That one there going out to a listener, MOTOWN there. That's March 1965 on the D-Town record label. That's Mike Hank's D-Town label. He's got a lot of labels, folks, those of you that collect those Detroit 45s. But this one's on D-Town, the fourth release for Ronnie Love, song entitled Detroit, Michigan. Johnny G here on a Wednesday. Thank you all for being here. Our friendly get-together here on Wednesday evening. It's the first show of the week. If you're new to the program, again, and you're signed into YouTube, you should consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, only because the more subscribers I have, I notice that YouTube allows Johnny G to get away with some, copyright infringements. They don't block the show. So that's because the owners of the content, I don't make any money on it. I can't monetize it because normally if I get one of the owners of the song, they complain, but they want the ad revenue. They can have it. I'm not here to do it for the money. I'm doing it for the love of the music and to keep the music alive, because not enough is played. Forget about regular radio. And thank God for these platforms here. And this platform, YouTube, has, and the reason why I stay on YouTube, because other people are talking about other platforms. And this is like an educational show. Forget about for the entertainment part, because basically for me it's entertainment, and for other of the top collectors that are in my chat rooms that come into all my shows, some of them are learning about the records, but I want to engage the audience, as many of my listeners have experiences in different types of music at different parts of the United States. So that's why. And plus, there are things that I like, and the majority of the requests I get, they're in my collection. Of course, I have them because I like them and I collected them. So I'm glad to feature them here on Wednesday nights, on Thursday afternoons, and on Friday nights. And Friday nights is my 50s show. So this is our soul show. I know we have certain people that prefer certain shows over the others, but I try to make everybody happy. And therefore, if you got time, and even if you don't have time, you can always go back and watch the show. I've been getting lots of viewers to the show, as much as 1,700 views on the show. Now, they're up there for a week or two, or they're up there longer, indefinitely, and I constantly get copyright emails from people that are looking at shows from 2015. So which are up there, and I use different webcams, and there's different views, and there's different sizes of Johnny G. This is a good size. I was a little bit thinner, but I'll take this. I was a lot fatter on some of the other ones, but I'm still on my weight loss journey, but I feel so much better that I lost the 45 pounds, and that's a good thing. The doctor was like, that was good, Johnny, that you lost that weight. You should continue with that. But anyway, what I wanted to say is, if I communicate with you and I tell you that I have the record, I will eventually find it. Now, I thought I found one of Leonard Mancini's Shylight requests, but you see, I will feature early 70s here on the program because I do have thousands and thousands of records from the 1970s. I would hoard those 45s when I had the chance to do it. But they're not with my 60s or 50s stuff. So they're down in the basement, and there's like 200 boxes down in the basement, and they're all messed up. They're like 70. I have them alphabetically, but not my 70s and the 80s and the 50s pop and country. Not that I would be looking through those records, but I thought I found a request for Leonard Mancini. He requested a Shylights record from 1971, which I have, but it wasn't. There were 4 Shylight records, and there were 2 by this artist that I've been looking for Busta Bass, and I'm talking about O.V. Wright. I've played a number of O.V. Wright singles here on the program, but this was one from November of 73. So when I saw that, I put it in my 70s stuff. I probably should have kept it out and left it with all his stuff, which I've been looking through boxes now, and I'm pulling out somebody requested a Diana Ross record from 71 that I had. I don't know where it is, and other records from the early 70s. Something on AFCO that I had. So I'm now trying to look through them. I don't have much time to, but I'm trying. But Busta Bass, I found this for you finally. This singer born in Leno, is that right? I wrote over this. Lenow, Tennessee. His real name, Overton Vertus Wright, but he goes by the name of O.V. Wright. First recording in 1964 for the Gold Wax record label, and which I think I've played here. It's a good song. It's called That's How Strong My Love Is. But then he signed with Don Roby's Peacock record label, which was located out of Houston, Texas, and he had 19 releases on this I'm not Peacock, Backbeat. What did I say Peacock for? Oh, why did I say Peacock? It's Backbeat. That's because I got 50s on my mind. But this is his 18th of 19 releases on the Backbeat label. A tune written by Charles Hodges, Daryl Roby, Don Carter. It's produced by Willie Mitchell. Now, the band members on this are Teeny Hodges on guitar, Charlie Hodges on keyboards, Leroy Hodges on bass, so they must be brothers, Howard Grimes on drums, with Rhodes Charmers and Rhodes Charmers and Rhodes Backup Group. I don't know what that is, Charlene. So anyway, this charted number 33 on the R&B chart. This was a big number 5 record on WTOP TMP in Tampa, Florida. And this is from an LP, Busta. If you have that LP, it's called Memphis Unlimited. So we got a touch of the 70s here, Santi, from November 73, going out to Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. O.V. Wright with I'd Rather Be, parentheses, Blind, Cripple, and Crazy. This is for Busta Bass. Here you go.
I've been stepped on over and over again. I've been standing my ground, baby, when I know I couldn't win. I'm tired of you messing up my time. You do your thing, let me do mine. I'd rather be blind, crippled and crazy, somewhere pushing up the daisy, than to let you break my heart all over again. Oh, I ain't gonna do it, baby. Listen, I gave you my heart. All you give me was pain. You got me so messed up, you're about to drive me insane. You break a man's heart, you said ain't nothing to it. I keep asking myself, babe, why you wanna do it? I'd rather be blind, crippled and crazy, somewhere pushing up the daisy, than to let you break my heart all over again. Oh, baby. I'd rather be blind, crippled and crazy, somewhere pushing up daisy, than to let you break my heart all over again. Oh, I ain't gonna do it, babe. I can't do it, babe. No, I can't do it, babe. I'm tired. You messing me around. You got me so messed.
Boy, Johnny G getting... That was a... I couldn't do it any faster, folks. I'm not going to tell you what I did, but there you go. By request for O.V. Wright. No, by request for O.V. Wright. How about by request for Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room? Mr. O.V. Wright. That's a touch of the 70s there from November 1973 on the Backbeat record label. I'd Rather Be Blind, Cripple, and Crazy is the name of the tune. Johnny G is your other DJ for a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. Let's fill a request for, oh wow, I got the copyright police are out there. You need to put those hearts out there, folks, because copyright police is not a good thing. As we continue here, I'm looking for Warren's list here. I got a request for Warren Russell. And where is it? As I, he is in, where are you, Warren? I know you're in the chat room, but here we go. Let's go. Let's fill a request for Warren Russell. This is a leftover request for Warren. And did Warren leave, though? Oh, he's still here. Yeah, here we go, Warren. Before you leave, we're going to get this request on for you. This is a group out of Los Angeles, California, and they had this release on the... wait a minute. No, that doesn't make it... This group is out of Los Angeles, California. Here we go. Okay, Charlene, I know what you mean. This group is out of Los Angeles, California, but this is on a Philadelphia label. They first recorded back in 1962 for Marquee Records with I Want a Chance. They were known as the Vows. Now, this is a 1964 release on the label called Tamara Records, and the group members of this were the bass Ralph Chestnut, his cousin Morris Chestnut, and James Moore, and lead singer on this, her name is Helen Simpson. Let's go to July of 64 for the Vows on the Tamara label for Warren Russell. It's called The Things You Do to Me. These are the Vows. There you go. That one there going out to Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Vows. The Vows from 1964. I lost my place here again. I just had it here with these pages here. Where is it, Johnny? This is Edmund. This is Frank. This is here we go, and I want to do this thing. Okay, so what did I do with that, Warren? I just had your stuff here. Oh, here it is, right in front of my face. There you go, July 1964. Those are the Vows. That's Helen Simpson on lead on the Tamara label. The Things You Do to Me is the name of the tune. Things that Johnny G does to you. And let us continue here, and let's go to Homer, L.A., for this next singer. Actually was born in Homer, Louisiana, but he moved to Chicago. And this is actually, I didn't have a request that Gary McClendon requested. He requested a Bobby Rush record, and I didn't have it. I had another one by him, but he first recorded on the Jerry-O label back in 1964, but had other releases on Starville and Checker and ABC, and this record, Salem Records, which was out of Chicago. He moved from Louisiana to Chicago, and his real name was Emmett Ellis Jr., but he recorded as Bobby Rush. This was his first of three on the Salem. It's a song he wrote and produced. I hope you like this one, Gary, from 1969. Let's give a listen to Bobby Rush on Salem. It's called Just Be Yourself. We'll send it out to Gary McClendon.
I don't wanna be an imitating man. I just wanna be myself and do my own thing. Summer up, try so hard, do like others do. What's good for others sometimes may not be so good for you. Stick to your own thing. Don't worry about anybody else. No. Let's do your thing, whatever it is, and be yourself. That's all you got to do, just be yourself. Oh yeah, come on y'all. Be yourself tonight. Oh, come on, be yourself. Be yourself, girl, go on. All right. Oh. Just be yourself, y'all. That's all you gotta do. Oh, my boy, be yourself, y'all. Look at here. Let me tell you something. I don't wanna be a phony. I'm always for real. I'm not ashamed to do what I like, no matter what it is. Someone's got too much pride to get on down with it. Forget about your pride, push pride aside, get down nitty gritty. Oh! Come on, baby, everybody, everybody, come on, be yourself tonight. Ow! Be yourself, baby, be yourself. I don't care what you do, as long as you're being yourself. Oh, baby, to be myself, y'all. That's all I'm gonna do. I don't wanna be nobody else.
There you go. I'm going to send that one out to Gary McLinden in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Bobby Rush. Bobby Rush, that's his first of 3 on the Salem label, which is out of Chicago, 1969. Just Be Yourself is the name of the tune. Johnny G, listen, this is me. This is this is what you get. This is the Johnny G personality. I've always been like this. I've never been any other way. I am like this, and you see me as I am playing these records as we continue here. Let's go to Baltimore, Maryland now for this girl group. Fill a request for listener James Brown in our YouTube chat room. They first signed with Chancellor Records back in late 1962, had 2 releases on the Chancellor label. Then they did one for Warner Brothers. And then in 64 signed with MGM. They had 9 releases on the MGM record label. You might know their biggest hit, a song called It's Gonna Take a Miracle, but James requested their 3rd release. No, that was their 3rd release. It's Gonna Take a Miracle. This is their 5th release. Their 5th release. This is produced and arranged by Teddy Randazzo. It features Sheila Ross on lead from January 66. Going out to James Brown in our YouTube chat room. The Royalettes. The Royalettes on MGM. It's called Only When You're Lonely. This is for James.
Only when you're lonely. Only when you're lonely. Call me on the phone. Only when you're lonely. Want me for your own. Only when you're lonely. I'm who you think about. Only when you're lonely. You want to take me out. Only when you're lonely. Because the new love that you found gave you a run around, and now you want to come back home to me. You whisper in my ear. Only when you're lonely. Words I want to hear. Only when you're lonely. You need to hold me tight. Only when you're lonely. 'cause you belong to me.
Only when you're lonely.
Must it always be?
Only when you're lonely.
You swear that you'll be true.
Only when you're lonely.
But that's just what you do.
Only when you're lonely.
Why tell me you come back to stay, and then go on your way to leave me all alone with the memory.
Only when you're lonely.
To leave me all alone with the memory.
Only when you're lonely.
Oh, memory.
Only when you're lonely.
I think they're memories.
Only when you're lonely.
To leave me all alone with the memory.
Only when you're lonely.
No, memory.
Yeah, that's Sheila Ross and the Royalettes there from January 1966 on the MGM record label. That's their fifth release, their fifth of 9 for MGM. Only When You're Lonely is the name of the tune. You're never lonely here on a Wednesday evening, spending this time with Johnny G and all the chatters here on Oldies and More Radio, also live on the YouTube stream. So thank you all. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel as we continue here. And let's fill a request for listener Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. This next singer, he's from New Orleans, Louisiana originally, but he would move to New York, playing on the street on his harmonica and also in clubs. But he would have his first release in 1967 on the ABS label, which was out of New Orleans. Then he had one on New Sound, which would be picked up. I think this song originally came out on New Sound, is what Charlene meant. Then it would get picked up by Burt Burns' Bang record label. His name is Elliot Small, and he wrote this tune. This is from August of 1969. This charted regionally. This was number 11 on WTIX in New Orleans, Louisiana, probably on that local label. But it's from August 69. This is by request for Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. Elliot Small on Bang Records. It's called Girls Are Made for Lovin'. This is for Leonard Mancini.
Made for reading. Books were made for reading. Berries were made for eating. Handshakes were made for greeting. And time was made for coming and leaving. But girls are made for loving. Girls are made for loving. Girls are made for loving. Everything place, like the stars was placed in space. Water was placed as a river, and it snows in the month of November. So remember, boys, girls are made for loving. Girls are made for loving. Girls are made for loving. Place no one else above her. Love her, cherish and protect her, and never, never, never neglect her. 'Cause a girl is made for loving. Girls are made for loving. Girls are made for loving.
Girls are made of sugar and spice. Girls are made
you go. That one there going out to Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. Mr. Elliot Small. Elliot Small from August 69. Came out on the Bang record label. It was called Girls Are Made for Lovin'. Now, you know he would eventually move back to New Orleans, and he was a street musician icon named Grandpa Elliot. So he went back home and then ended up performing on the street there. We got the Copyright Police out again. I got to elude these guys. I do. As we continue here on the Vinyltreasure show, got a flip side request for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. Actually, he requested the flip side of this on the last Soul show. This group out of Louisville, Kentucky. It was their first of two on the Holt record label. And the side I played was called The Count. Charlene didn't put that down here, but it was called The Count. And it featured Leroy Philip Mitchell on lead. Now, Adrian also requested the flip side, a tune that the lead singer wrote. This is from 1964. They're called the Checkmates. They're being backed up by the instrumental group called the Epics. This is on Holt Records. Not an easy record to find, but their second is much harder, too. For Adrian, the Checkmates with Closed Chapter. The Checkmates for Adrian.
So you thought your old standby was just a fool? Yeah, for kicks I let you use me like a tool. Oh, a fool you had, but a heart you couldn't capture. No, 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 unmark and expire and throw you in the closed chapter. I hope someday real soon that you're gonna find, yeah, a love that would have been as true as mine. Oh, but if love's not what you want, but a fool you're after, oh, yeah, then turn around, yeah, to the closed chapter. If love's not what you want, but a fool you're after, oh, yeah, then turn around. Yeah, turn around. Come on, baby. I'm walking it by your name. But don't you know I'm gonna cross you out and throw you in the closed chapter?
Here you go. That one there going out to listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. Those are the Checkmates there. That's Leroy Philip Mitchell on lead, 1964. On Holt Records, Closed Chapter is the name of the tune. That is a hard record. I bought that out of Greg Zurich's collection. Never seen a copy. There was a copy, I think, on eBay. It was a buy it now, but it was like 4 figures for the record. I don't know if they ever sold it or not, but it wasn't at least in this shape. And this is not a bad copy, I have to say. But there you go for Adrian Viterbo listening in our YouTube chat room. Let us continue here. Let's fill a request for listener Frank Gingaro as we go to the Bronx, New York for this girl group. Now, their debut single came out in 1963 on the Arawak record label. They followed it up with another release on the Mercury record label, then this release that came out on Warner Brothers Records. Now, the lead singer, her name Lorraine Anthonio, if I said that right. She was just 19 years old when she recorded this. And the group is called the Socialites, and this tune is written by Van McCoy. It's produced by Artie Ripp, and this charted number 38 on WPOP in Hartford, Connecticut. Now, Frank has a special dedication for this tune, and Frank wants to send it out to his younger brother, Jimmy, whose birthday was on March 10th. He would have been 76 years old. So he wants to dedicate this to his brother Jimmy and also to the lead singer Lorraine, who also has passed away and has joined Frank Gingaro and Gordon Skagberg on the Rhythm and Blues Serenade. And they do a show like similar to my 1950s show where they play 50s and early 60s vocal group harmony and R&B. And you can tune into the Rhythm and Blues Serenade on Sundays on WRHU-FM 88.7, streaming live on radiostationusa.fm. You can go to that website, radiostationusa.fm/online/WRHU, and listen to the program Sundays beginning at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 till 5:30 is 6 o'clock. They've been extending their hours, so tune in to the R&B Serenade for Frank Gingaro and Gordon Skagberg. So here you go, special dedication to his brother Jimmy. These are the Socialites from September 64 on Warner Brothers. It's called Jive Jimmy. The Socialites.
Jive Jimmy, Jive Jimmy. Tommy really loves me, I know. I know he really loves me 'cause he told me so. Jimmy's nothing but a jive. He doesn't even know that I'm alive. Though Tommy is the boy, any girl would be proud of. Jive Jimmy is the boy. Hey! I really love Jive Jimmy, Jive Jimmy. Tommy calls me up every day. Sweet Tommy comes around with candy and a sweet bouquet. Jimmy never even says hello. Jive Jimmy. The only thing he gives me is a hard way to go. Though Tommy is the kind of life that I've been dreaming of. Jive Jimmy is the boy. Hey! I really love Jive Jimmy, Jive Jimmy. Any girl in her right mind wouldn't find it hard to decide between the two of them. But until I get Jim, I won't be satisfied. The next time Tommy comes around, sweet Tommy, I'm simply gonna have to sit him down and find the nicest way I can, sweet Tommy, to tell him I don't love him and pray he'll understand. 'Cause Tommy is too nice to make a fool of. When Jive Jimmy, that no good Jimmy, that jive old Jimmy is the boy. Hey! I really love Jive Jimmy, Jive Jimmy. Don't ask me why, Jive Jimmy, but I love that jive. Jive Jimmy, you got a hold on me, yeah. Jive Jimmy, and I can't get free.
There you go, September 1964 release there for the Socialites. Socialites by request for listener Frank Chingaro in our YouTube chat room and sending that out to his late brother, his younger brother, Jimmy Chingaro, who would have been 76 on March 10th, as we remember him here, and remember the Socialites here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Jive Jimmy. Johnny G here on a Wednesday. Thank you all for being here as we continue here. Fill a request now for listener Edmund Williams. Had a good time, he told me, in New Orleans on his cruise to New Orleans. I think he did a stopover in Mexico also, but he requested James Brown and the Famous Flames. This is actually a cover tune. This song originally done by Jimmy Forrest on United Records back in 1952, but James Brown and his Famous Flames covered this. This charted number 35 on Billboard, was a number 5 R&B hit, and a big number 2 record on WUST in Bethesda, Maryland. Let's go to March of 1962, going out to Edmund Williams, James Brown on the King label, in his rendition of the tune Night Train.
All aboard the night train. Miami, Florida. Atlanta, Georgia. Raleigh, North Carolina.
You better hit those. You better continue to hit those hearts there, folks. There you go, my request for listener Edmund Williams in Queens, New York, James Brown, and the Famous Flames. Sometimes they say his Famous Flames. And this is on a cool, it says first edition. Reed, is this a promo? Does this come out on the white promo too? I don't know. But as first edition, it's like an orange its orange label, and that one there released in March of '62. Now, Edmund also requested the flip side, which actually did chart regionally. This flip side, a song that he wrote, that's talking about James Brown writing this side. This was a number 10 record out in Oakland, California on KDIA, a number 10 record. So let's flip over Night Train by James Brown and the Famous Flames. You get this tune. It's called Why Does Everything Happen to Me? This is going out to Edmund Williams, James Brown.
Why does everything have to happen to me? I wonder why does everything have to happen to me? I'm blue and I'm lonely by myself, and I'm in misery. So many strange things happen to me all day long. Don't you know? Yeah, strange things happen to me all day long. I'm blue and I'm lonely. Everything I do is wrong. Don't let me weep, pretty baby. Tell me, pretty baby, do I have to kill myself? Oh yeah, I wanna know, do I have to kill myself? I'd rather die here, baby, to see you with somebody else. Yeah, oh baby.
Yeah, B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go for Edmund Williams. That's the flip side of Night Train by James Brown and the Famous Flames on Sid Nathan's King Records from March '62. The flip side there, a nice ballad, Why Does Everything Happen to Me, is the name of the tune. Let us continue here with the request. Fill a request for Ron Harry in our YouTube chat room. This gal was the daughter of R&B singer Rufus Thomas, and she made her debut with her father back in 1960 with the song "'Cause I Love You." That first came out on Satellite Records, would get picked up by Atco, as Rufus Thomas's releases came out on the Atco label early in, at least with that time period in the early 1960s. But her first solo effort was a song called "Gee Whiz, Look at His Eyes," which I don't have on that Satellite label. I have the flip side to be played this coming Saturday night. I think Bill O requested the flip side. It's a great tune called "For You." I think that's a great tune. So that'll be Saturday night. But after Atlantic's, after 10 releases for Atlantic, she would move to the Stax label, and that was in May of '64. She had 27 singles through 1973. Now, Ron requested her 14th, a tune written and produced, again, those two names. I tell you, you're going to see them all over the Stax catalog. Isaac Hayes and David Porter wrote and produced this tune for her. December '67, Miss Carla Thomas, going out to Ron Harry. It's called "Separation." This is for Ron Harry, Miss Carla Thomas.
I've been loving you
There you go, the sound of Carla Thomas here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, by request for listener Ron Harry. Song entitled Separation came out in December of 67. But they could probably record it earlier, maybe. I don't know. I wonder if Stax put out, the session information. I don't know if they did, which would be interesting. I know some of the session work for Savoy Records and Decca Records is available online. I always try to look for that when I do the research. I don't know if Charlene does or knows where it is, but I try to, and sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. Sometimes the liner notes of CDs are also helpful. Not that I have any by her, but I don't. I have her singles. But there you go. Separation is the name of the tune, December 67. On Stax for Ron Harry. Let's do an instant request for listener Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. Let's flip over the 45 here and give a listen to the flip side. It's called Pick Up the Pieces. This is an instant request for listener Mark Speck by Carla Thomas, the flip of Separation. Copyright police out on that side there. That's an instant request for listener Mark Speck in our YouTube chat room. I think that might have been the intended A side of the 45. Pick Up the Pieces from December 67. That was her 14th release on the Stax label. Carla Thomas for Mark Speck, Pick Up the Pieces. That one there produced by Al Bell and Don Davis. And the flip side there, we heard Separation for listener Ron Harry. Let us continue here. Let's fill a request, as we are in Vinyl Treasure overtime now. Fill a request for listener Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. This singer originally from Simmsport, Louisiana, but he would relocate out to Oakland, California in 1959. He would first started singing with a vocal group called the Golden Tones. It recorded for the Hush record label, and then eventually would have a solo release on that label in 1960. But he had a bunch of releases. I think I have a couple on. I have one on Dot and what is it? IRRAL, I think, but other labels. He would sign with Fred Foster's Soundstage label to have 17 releases. Now, Buster requested his 10th release, this tune written by Harlan Howard. Now, this is actually a cover tune. This song was first recorded by Waylon Jennings and the Wailers in 1967 for RCA Records. And this would become this singer's biggest hit. His name, Joe Simon. This charted number 13 on Billboard, number 1 on the R&B chart. As we click those hearts now from February 1969, Mr. Joe Simon by request for Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. It's called, well, I should say his rendition of the tune, The Chokin' Kind. Joe Simon for Busta Bass.
I only meant to love you. Didn't you know it, babe? Didn't you know it? Why couldn't you be content with the love I gave? Oh yeah, I gave you my heart, but you wanted my mind. Oh yeah, your love scared me to death, girl. Oh, it's a choking kind, that's all it is. You can kill a man with a bottle of poison or knife. I know you can't. Better hurt him more to take his pride and ruin his life. Oh, it's a shame, girl. Whatever it is, girl, I surely hope you find. Oh yeah, I tell you that hat don't fit my head. Oh, it's a choking kind. Oh yeah, it make me wanna. Oh yeah. Oh, Mr. When you fall in love again, girl, take a tip from me. Oh yeah. If you don't like the peach, walk on by the tree. That's what you better do, honey. Find what you want, girl. Keep it, treat it sweet and kind. Oh, yeah. Oh, let it breathe. Oh, make it the choking kind. Oh, no. Don't break your heart, baby. Oh, no. I know you love me, really I do, honey. I tell you your love scares me to death, girl. It's the choking kind, that's all it is. I got to say it again, it's that choking.
There you go, by request for listener Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. That's a great sound there of Mr. Joe Simon. Joe Simon from February 1969. It's on the Soundstage record label. That was his biggest hit. A cover of the Waylon Jennings tune, The Chokin' Kind. And thank you for requesting that, Busta. I'm your host, Johnny G. We are now in Vinyl Treasure Overtime. This is the first show of the week. This is our soul show that we do here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. We start at 9 p.m. Eastern Time here. I'm broadcasting live out of the Johnny G studios out of Westchester County, New York. And our first show of the week, I do a 78 show 1940s into the mid 1950s. That's on Thursday afternoons every other week. Not this week, not tomorrow, but the following week. I hope I'm not late with that ultrasound I have to go on for my heart. But and then we're back on Saturday. So our second show, 2 shows this week. Saturday evenings, beginning at 9 p.m., I play 1950s and early 60s vocal group R&B records by year as requested by you, the listener. So if you do have a request for any of the shows, you can email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is my contact. Any kind of thing. Disc jockeys love to receive emails from the listeners, and I get a lot, so I have to thank you all. And there's so many are really touching and inspiring emails, I have to say, and I tell the listeners all the time, as been doing this since 2005. I was kind of rusty in the beginning because I'm an amateur. I'm not a professional. I was a professional accountant, actually more than that, but this is a labor of love for me. So thank you all for being here, and also all your kind comments for the program here. And if you like it, I hope you would subscribe and tell your friends about it. I know other people have told other people about this show, and nobody really does this. And I play real records. That's the cool thing about it, and you get to see the original 45s. Maybe you used to own them back in the day, and your parents threw them out when you moved away, or they got lost or destroyed or whatever. God forbid. But anyway, thank you all for being here. Let us continue. We are in Vinyl Treasure Overtime. And let's fill a request now for James Brown in our YouTube chat room. Been playing this artist over the last few weeks. Last week, Oldies fan requested this singer from Lugoff, South Carolina. Benjamin Franklin P. was his original name. Of course, you know him as Brook Benton. And this week, James Brown requested his 24th release on the Mercury record label. And this tune, written by Ray Stevens and Margie Singleton, produced by Shelby Singleton. This is arranged by Bill Justice. This charted number 22 on Billboard, number 7 on the R&B chart, and a big number 3 record on KYOR if you were listening in Blythe, Oregon. Let's go to May of 1963. This is by request for James Brown in our YouTube chat room, Mr. Brook Benton on Mercury. And this is a vinyl promo, which is the best way to get Mercuries on those vinyl promos. It's the green label. The song is called My True Confession. This is for James Brown. Whoops. Why'd my power go off? My had this turn off here. There you go.
Dear Mr. Editor, won't you please print my story in your magazine? Warn all the lovers how a cheating heart can only end up in misery. I was a lying, cheating fool, treated her so cruel, broke her heart and made her cry, broke every rule, and that's my true confession. She can read the story, read it in your magazine. That's my true confession, true confession. And I'm sorry, sorry that I treated her so mean. Oh, sorry that I treated her mean. I would call her up and apologize if I was half the man I should be. But I'm afraid it's too late for that, 'cause I know she would listen to me. I was a lying, cheating fool, treated her so cruel, broke her heart and made her cry, broke every rule, and that's my true confession. She can read the story, read it in your magazine. And that's my true confession, true confession. Let her know that I'm sorry that I treated her so mean. Oh, sorry that I treated her mean. I know her love was true, but I made her cry time after time, until one day she couldn't take it no more. She said goodbye to me and walked straight out the door. So please, Mr. Editor, ask her for me to take me back and give me a try, and I'll be true, oh so true, and I'll love her till the day I die, and that's mine. She buys your magazine, read it in your magazine, print the story, it's mine.
Here you go, by request from Mr. James Brown in our YouTube chat room, May 63. That's the great Brook Benton. That's a cool record by him. One of his later ones on Mercury Records. My True Confession is the name of the tune. Now, he would go to RCA Records, I think, after this release. He has some good ones on the RCA record label. Johnny G's here in overtime. We are in overtime here, and let's fill a request for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. Adrian, listening down in Mexico, a big supporter of the Vinyltreasure show, and don't know much about this group. Both sides were written by Ray Fleming and M. Potillo, and this is a female lead on this side. And she might be called Beverly, I think, because there is a group called Beverly and the Del Capris that recorded for the Columbia label. I wonder if this is they do a great tune called Mama, I Think I'm in Love. And the writer of that is Ray Fleming, who co-wrote this. So I think they're one and the same group. That's just my intuition, folks. But let's go to October of 63 by request for Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. These are the Del Capris. It's on a label called Almont Records, and the song is called Speak to Me of Love. This is for Adrian.
Shoot-bop, shoot-a-dee-bop, shoot-bop, shoot-a-dee-bop, shoot-bop, shoot-a-dee-bop, shoot-bop, shoot-a-dee-bop. She speak to me of love, dear. Say the things I want to hear. Let me know the way that I should go. Speak to me of love. Whisper words, poets write. Tell me that you're mine tonight. Let me hear that you'll always be near. Speak to me of love. Tell me, darling, that I'll be forever and ever in your heart. Say sweet things, my heart will take wings. Tell me we will never part. Promise me happiness, loving care, and tenderness. Heart and soul, I'm yours to heaven go. Speak to me of love. Promise me happiness, loving care, and tenderness. Heart and soul, I'm yours till heaven goes. Speak to me of love.
There you go. That one there going out to Adrian in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of the Del Capris. I think it's Beverly and the Del Capris. That's their first record, October 63 release on Olmont Records. Speak to Me of Love. That's for Adrian. Johnny G always speaks to the listeners here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. We're continuing in Vinyl Treasure Overtimes. Fill a request now for listener Leonard Mancini, as this singer from Inkster, Michigan. He is the cousin to Rose Baptiste, and his stepfather is Johnny Haygood. His first release was on the Groovy label back in 1965. He then recorded on a record I'm looking for Leonard. It's in my mess, Johnny Haygood's Jacqueline label in 66. But he did 3 on the Review label. This tune, written by Maurice Simpkins, co-produced by this singer. His name is Daryl Fletcher, and this is arranged by Mike Terry. Let's go to March of 1969. Charlene, typo on that. March 69 for Daryl Fletcher, going out to Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room. It's on Review Records. It's called Those Hanging Heartaches. Daryl Fletcher for Leonard.
Same old thing, a chance of maybe snow. So says the radio. Don't know the acts behind life's curtain, but there are facts I know for certain. Those hanging heartaches increase on. Each day my heart breaks. Another piece gone. I play the Irish stakes. If I lose, that's the breaks. Bright as tomorrow's hope. So reads my horoscope. Can't guess the chart that fate arranges, but for my part, the same old changes. Those hanging heartaches. The moment she's gone, each day my heart breaks. More and more heartaches for me. Ooh yeah. More and more heartaches for me. Alright now. More and more heartaches for me. Ooh yeah. More and more heartaches for me. Most of what I believe, my logic must concede. And when my baby say our thing just may be dead, this I could see, 'cause love needs solving. It stuck with me, 'cause it's involving those hanging heartaches. The moment she's gone.
That's going out to Leonard Mancini. I've never played that side of I've played it the first time I cleaned it, but I've played the other side on the program before, but not that side. His third of 3 on the Review record label from March of 69. Daryl Fletcher on Review Records. Those Hanging Heartaches is the name of the tune. That's going out to Leonard Mancini. Let's slip in a few more here before we sign off here, as Johnny G is don't have the show tomorrow, so I can can go a little bit later here. We still have a big crowd here. Big crowd, almost 700 people tuned into the program tonight. So thank you for that. As this is a request for listener Chris Reed, this singer from Chicago, Illinois. Now, he was the lead singer of a 1950s vocal group. They were known as the El Dorados. They recorded for Vivian Carter's VJ record label beginning in 1954. He was also the lead of a group called the Squires in 1964. And this one is on Bobby Robinson and Don Clay's Boss label, which was out of Chicago. And this was the second release. That Squires was also on Boss, but this was his second release, but as a solo effort. And he was known as Perk Lee on this, but his real name is Perk Lee Moses. But I don't know why he shortened it to Perk Lee, but that's what he goes by on this. This tune written by David Wilkerson, produced by Rick Williams and Don Clay. And for some reason, this came out on the USA record label. I've never seen it on that, but this was not a cheap record. I can tell you that much. But this is from 64 for Chris Reed, Perk Lee, a.k.a. Perk Lee Moses, on Boss. The song is called The Docks, D-O-C-K-S, The Docks for Chris.
So I thought, don't you know about she took all my dreams apart? Or what I say, her love went astray, and she sailed away. She left on those, that she left on those, my girl, she left me. We had utter love, so true. Don't you know, but I never thought that it would fall through. Oh, what I say, now I wait in despair, in this far-field land. Those, my, do you know, she left for those, oh, what I say. What did I do to make her stray? My baby, if you see my baby, tell her please, come on home, come on home.
There you go. That's going out to Chris Reed there. That's not an easy record to find. That's that's really Perk Lee Moses, goes under the name of Perk Lee. It's on a label called Boss Records, 1964. Song entitled The Docks is the name of the tune. That's for Chris Reed. You'll have to listen to it on the archive. And let's get one more. I finally found this record, Ron, Harry. Was looking for this for a while, and you know where it was? It was in my record room. I pulled all the Eddie Floyds, because my mother was helping me look for the 40. I said, Ma, you got to help me look for this Eddie Floyd record. So I brought all these F boxes up to the kitchen, and she does well when she looks through the boxes for me. And I just have to tell her the labels, so she pulls them all out. And she did find one, but I left like a beat up copy of Knock on Wood in there. But I found this earlier in the week. Finally, it's a request for listener Ron Harry. This singer was one of the original members of the Falcons, and the same Falcons that had a hit in 1959 on Unart with You're So Fine. First on the what is that first label it came out on? forget the Maroon label. Johnny G drawing a blank. But he was originally, he was from Montgomery, Alabama. Dropping my papers here. But he was raised in Detroit, Michigan. He would go solo in 1964 with releases on Suffice and Lupine. Now, he signed with Stax Records in 1966, would have 28 releases through the year 1975. Now, this was his first release on the Stax label, and it came out March of 66. So how could it be 65? Well, maybe he signed at the end of 65, Charlene. So let's give a listen to Eddie Floyd. Eddie Floyd on Stax. I think this is the intended B-side. This is for listener Ron Harry. Eddie Floyd with Good Love, Bad Love. This is for Ron Harry.
Giving up on your love because I found out it's a loss. I finally saw for myself what's been seen by everyone else. Oh, that's your good love, good love, good love. It's been a bad, bad love. Led me on. Oh, that's what you did. To believe that you love me when all the time you knew you just pitied me. Oh, that's alright. I guess you win. Oh, every road must have an end. Oh, and your good love, good love, good love. It's been a bad, bad love. Am I wrong? That's what I ask myself. And I just got to know, should I forgive and find somebody else? You know I stood yesterday. Oh, what I can't stand to do. Knowing your good love, good love, good love. It's been a bad, bad love. Good love, good love, good love. Been a bad, bad love.
Yeah, folks, unfortunately, you see, we had to... I thought I was going to elude them for the remainder of the show, but unfortunately that did not happen. So I apologize for that. But anyway, there you go. That one there by request for listener Ron Harry, the great Eddie Floyd, March 65. I think that's the B-side to his first release. We'll play the flip next week. A song entitled Good Love, Bad Love. That one there on the Stax record label. That's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyltreasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool 45s out of my collection. If you want to get in touch with Johnny G, you can send me an email. That is the best thing to do to get the requests. An email to me is at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the absolute best way to get your requests to me. But again, this is our first show of the week. I'll be back next Wednesday evening beginning at 9 p.m., 9 to midnight. We did a little bit of overtime here, about 30 minutes or so. But thank you all for being here. Thank you, Charlene, again for all your help on the 60s show. This gives her the most headaches, she says. But she is a big, big help to Johnny G. Sometimes I get flustered, but Charlene knows me after all these years, yes. But we're going to close the show tonight with a request for listener Edmund Williams. a singer born Samuel Cook in Clarksdale, Mississippi, but he would move to Chicago in 1933. He was 14 years old when he sang with the Highway QCs, and in 1950 he replaced gospel tenor R.H. Harris as lead in the Soul Stirrers. And they recorded for Art Roop's specialty label, but in 1957 he switched to secular music with releases on Keene Records, had some pretty big hits, a couple of big hits on the Keene record label. Then in January 1960 he moved over to RCA Records, where he had 24 releases for RCA. Now, Edmund requested his 14th release, this tune written by Willie Dixon, first done by Howlin' Wolf back in 1961 on the Checker label. But let's give a listen to this rendition as done by Mr. Sam Cooke. This one produced by Hugo and Luigi. This is arranged by Renee Hall, and this charted number 11 on Billboard, number 2 on the R&B chart, and a big number 1 record on KDEON in El Calgin, California. This is our closer for tonight, and probably appropriate because they're probably going to shut me down again with this record. So we're going to give it to him, and this is a request for listener Edmund Williams, our closer from October 63 on RCA, Mr. Sam Cooke, a song entitled Little Red Rooster. That's going to do it, folks. Everybody have a safe remainder of the week. I'll see some of you on Saturday evening again, beginning at 9 p.m. for the 50s and early 60s show. Again, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it. Big crowd tonight, folks. Just want to say, everybody, so long. This is for Edmund Williams.
I got a little red rooster, too lazy to crow for days. I got a little red rooster, too lazy to crow for days. He keeps everything in the barnyard upset in every way. The dogs begin to bark, the hounds begin to howl. The dogs begin to bark, the hounds begin to howl. Watch out, all you kinfolk, my little red rooster's on the prowl. I tell you that he keeps all the hens fighting among themselves. Keeps all the hens fighting among themselves. He don't want no hen in the barnyard laying eggs for nobody else. No. Lord have mercy. Yeah. Oh yeah. I like that. Yeah. Let me tell everybody. Now if you see my red rooster, send him home. Said if you see my red rooster, send him home. I ain't had no peace in the barnyard since my red rooster been gone.